Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul. Not a lot this week because I still have a lot, so I didn't need that much. So let's start with the produce as always. I got some celery because I'm gonna make some soup, and I'm also gonna use some in some tuna salad later in the week. Some broccolini for one meal later in the week, and then I have some pears and some apples. Those are my snacks. If you watched my videos before, you know I always have fruit on hand because that usually takes care of any sweet cravings. So, yeah, if I have apples on hand, I won't eat anything worse. So, let's see, some onions because I always need onions, and I have some red ones because one of the things I want to make is some pickled onions. So, and then I have some spring onions. I saw these red spring onions at the market, so I'm like, I have to get those. I've not tried those before, so the stem part is not going to be any different, but I thought, why not try them? They were like €1 a bunch, and they're big bunches, so regular and red. Then buried under there is some cilantro for some lime cilantro rice. I still have some limes. And the lime cilantro rice is going to go with some beans. I just have some canned beans in the pantry. And from last week, I have a roasted salsa, a little bit left over. So I'm going to use that with the beans to go on top of my lime cilantro rice. I have a cucumber just to put on some sandwiches, really. I like having that on hand. Some chilies, because I always need chilies for things like, what am I going to make next week? I'm going to do like a little corn salsa to go with some birria. I'm going to do some lettuce wraps that I want some peppers with. I'm going to put some peppers in my tomato soup, etc., etc. Some tomatoes for tomato soup. Some little gem lettuce for my lettuce wraps, and I think that is all the produce this week. That came to €16.31. And then we have a little bit of meat and dairy. I still have a bunch of chicken in the freezer. I just took some out earlier because I'm going to make some chicken birria for a couple of meals. I'm going to make a big batch. I'm going to have that several meals, so I didn't need that much meat because it's in the freezer. But for lunch today, I'm going to have some rolls with some ham. And then for lunch tomorrow, I'm going to have some chicken sandwiches. So I got some deli meats. This is not for this week, but they had chorizo on sale, like the Spanish kind of chorizo. So I bought those for next week. I'll probably do like some chorizo tacos or something like that. And then some ground beef was on sale this week, so I figured I'll use that. I'm not going to use all of it. Some of it is going to go in the freezer, but I'm going to use one portion for some Korean tacos, and the other portion is for some burgers. I'm going to do some burgers with keto buns for a low-carb lunch sometime this week. And what I have left will go in the freezer. So meat and dairy came to €15.11. And then we have everything else. My not bag of chips this week, but I got a can, some Pringles. These are the sweet and sticky wing flavor. Some rolls in the back there that I just need to finish baking in the oven tomorrow. That's going to be for lunch, freshly baked, nice and warm still. And then for lunch today, I got these ready-made whole wheat rolls. So I'll have those after I finish this video. Just to stock up the pantry, I bought some noodles. They were on sale. I need to do some more noodle bowls and stuff. I've been into bowls like rice bowls, noodle bowls, couscous bowls and stuff. So I picked up some noodles for that, and I kind of want to do some ramen again sometime soon as well. Then I did mention I was going to make a big batch of birria this week. I'm going to have some birria tacos. I'm going to have it with some rice. And I'm also going to, what I have left over, I'm going to use for some meat pies. So I have some puff pastry. And then for Friday for dinner, I'm going to have some salmon in puff pastry. So I bought that. For my Korean tacos, I need some kimchi. I'm not going to use that whole jar this week, but I'll use some, and then maybe next week or the week after I'll do some bibimbap or something like that to use up more of the kimchi. And then I got some tuna. These are pouches, not cans, but same thing. I'm going to use one of them for my tuna salad to go on some high fiber, lower carb crisp breads, and the other one will just go in the pantry. So all of that came to 21 euros and 82 cents, which makes the grand total for this week 53 euros and 24 cents. And converted into US dollars, that is $60.90. Now, if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Saturday. And if you'd like to see what I do with all of this, every Sunday I do a Sunday prep day video where I prep for the week. So I'm going to make my soup. I'll probably make my birria, even though I won't need that until later in the week. Things like that. And if you want to see how I get all these groceries by bicycle here in the Netherlands, I do a video about like that about once a month. And I did one 2 weeks ago now, I think. And if you want to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal, or you can check out the video that I post about once a month on here where I show you a week of everything I eat in a day. So if that all sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.